to talk to you today about bigger. We have a tendency so many times to reach for that which is within our grasp. We have a tendency sometimes, God bless you, Brother Tate, we have a tendency sometimes to just go for that which is ordinary. We have a tendency to reach for that which we know we will accomplish. We're reticent to exit out of our comfort zone. We're reticent to make a real reach out of what we consider to be our station in life. We don't reach for the bigger. Now, we serve a God who sits on the circle of the earth. The scriptures declare that the God that we serve, that the earth is his footstool. We serve a God, in the book of Haggai says that the silver is mine and the gold is mine, said the Lord of hosts. We serve a God that literally can speak to storms and calm seas. A God that can open blinded eyes and unstop deaf ears. Look, folks, many times maybe that's what Paul was saying when he wrote to the church at Rome in Romans 12:1. He said, I beseech ye therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be ye not conformed to this world. Don't be conformed to this world's modes, its mechanisms, its mores, its folkways, its norms, its standards, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Maybe that's what we all need. We all need a mind renewal so we can reach out for the bigger. God is calling us into the greater. God didn't want you to just work 40 hours a week and pay your bills for 40 years and get a little gold watch and then go and die. God wants you to rule. God put dominion in your DNA. Look, folks, we got to reach for the big. Life is too short for us to be so satisfied and so overtaken by that which is trivial that we spend all of our lives reaching for that which is trivial, that which we know is a cinch. Why don't you reach for the big? God's calling us into bigger. He's calling us into greater. The scriptures declare occupy, which literally means dominate till I come. You can't dominate if you're only reaching for the small. You can't dominate if you're only reaching for the inconsequential. God wants you to move into the bigger. Bigger in your money. Bigger in your health. Bigger in your wealth. Bigger in your mind. God wants you to expand. God wants you to grow. Beloved, I wish above all things that you'll prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. God's calling you into more. He doesn't want you to go into a heavenly hammock. God wants you to exert dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowls of the air, and every creeping thing that crawls. He created you above the beggarly elements of this world. He's already promised to you that he'd be your refuge, your strength, your very present help in a time of trouble. He's already told you that he'd be your light and your salvation. He told you that he'd prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Look, folks, it's time for you to start reaching for bigger. It's time for you to move on to greater. It's time for you to have longerings for more. Stop being so satisfied. Stop being so complacent. Stop being so okay with the mediocre and the mundane. The scriptures declare that woe unto them that are at ease in Zion. It's time for you to move into the bigger. God has spoken bigger over your life, bigger over your purpose, bigger over your goals, and bigger all over your person. Bigger has your name. Bigger has your address. Bigger has your telephone number. It's time to start walking and moving into the bigger. God bless you.